Hey guys, we are live. It's Brando Linick here coming to you from my home, and I'm going to share with you some different tips and tricks, actually doing, I guess you could say, a review on how to ask for a salary increase. And when it comes down to this, boy, I actually got to think back to when I was working a job like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And I was actually working as a baker in a restaurant, which, some people would classify as a profession. Ideally, I didn't really think it was a profession, but this is how I did it. I worked really hard, alright, and then I went to my employer. And this is just very direct, obviously. You can email if you're not comfortable approaching in person. I think person is the best because you know their response right then and there, but you want to catch them at the end of your shift or at the end of the day, or when your building closes, alright, where your workplace closes, just even when you're not working that time, drive in there when you know you can catch your employer at a good time and just approach them and ask them. It is that simple to ask for a salary increase, and whatever you feel worthy of, ask for it. It can be that simple to do, because if you ask for the bare minimum of maybe a $2 raise or maybe a salary increase of 2% or 1%, you're gonna get that, okay? And you will not know what you get unless you ask for it, alright? So ask for the highest amount that you possibly can, honestly making sure that it's reasonable, alright? But honestly asking in an ethical way that you know what you are worth to the company, because they don't want to, replace you. It takes more time to replace an individual than it does to really just pay them what they're worth. So that said, that's the best approach I can give you guys. Honestly though, if you're looking at this for similar reasons why I had approached my employer as a baker in a restaurant a couple times, multiple times for a pay increase, and the first time I got it, the second time they told me to wait more, the third time they told me to wait for my orientation process where we go through kind of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it with work, and I was just sick and tired of it taking forever to be able to make enough money where I could afford my lifestyle. So what I ended up doing, and this is just a side tip I'm going to give for you guys, if you're looking at this for the same reasons why I did, to be able to spend more time with your family, afford that trip sooner, to be able to buy that car sooner, to be able to move into a bigger, better home sooner, if you want to be able to do those things, then I would encourage you to take things into your own hands and learn to be your own boss, learn to build your own income. It wasn't until I started seeking and looking for things, off of my break when I was done my shift, after I was done this, because I knew that it was going to take me forever to get to the outcome that I wanted, my ideal lifestyle. So I was done waiting for people to give me the handout. I started looking for ways to get myself the handout, and I knew online internet-based business was an avenue, a venture I could take, and it took me months to try and find someone who could share with me how to do it, because I tried things out. Some things didn't work. Some things did work, involved like talking to friends and family, and that wasn't enjoyable for me. I wanted to build an income that I could control, that I didn't have to wait for increases on, but I also wanted to be able to have a life. And it really wasn't until I found a person, call it a mentor, not a guru, but an actual mentor human being who is willing to connect with me on the internet, who is building a six-figure income business. And because they were able to do this, I was able to model and copy them. And it took me 3 months from that point, guys, to create a full-time income business on the internet, working at part-time, which is not average or typical, right? It took me months to find this person. It took me months of trying and testing things out, different programs and businesses, to be able to find someone who could really help me get the results that I wanted. And I just took action on what they shared with me, because they were traveling, living the lifestyle I wanted to live. And, I decided not to be average at the end of the day. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video up until this point, you're not average, you're not typical either. And if you're watching this, at least you're interested in wanting to be your own boss in some form or fashion, because ultimately that's the best tip I can give you guys, where you don't have to always rely on a pay increase. You don't always have to go ask for people for more money. You don't have to get loans. You don't have to do any of those things. You can learn to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and that's the most empowering thing you could set for yourself, for your family, for your life. It's just the best, most empowering thing. So that's my tip, guys, in closing out this conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. It's Brando Linick signing out. And if you'd like to learn more information about building a business and income through the internet, if you're coachable, trainable, you're open to learning, connect with me on my site. The link will be down below. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be down there. I'll actually personally connect with you guys there. And I will see you on the beach of the world, with or without you. Take care.